In the sun-bleached stillness of Bermuda Dunes, California, sheriff's deputies arrived at a modest home on Montego Bay Drive. Inside, they found Karen and Donald Whitaker, 79 and 80, both dead from traumatic injuries. Investigators would later call it a suspected murder-suicide, but this story didn't begin with violence. It began with loneliness and a message on Facebook.
New information just in after an elderly couple was found dead inside their home east of Palm Springs.
There was speculation that one of the victims may have been scammed by someone pretending to be actor Tom Selleck.
They were constantly texting her every single day, text after text. I want people who are out there that are listening to your station are realizing that this is happening to a friend of theirs or a neighbor or a relative, and they've got to stop this.
Friends and family of this elderly couple are in shock. The couple was found dead in their home. Cops say it was a murder-suicide. In their final days, they had been scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars. The wife thought she was helping Blue Bloods star Tom Selleck, but it was actually someone pretending to be the actor, and she was scammed.
About a year before her death, Karen Whitaker posted a simple tribute online, a memory of a high school friend who had passed away. That's when someone reached out, someone who claimed they knew the friend too, someone who said they were actor Tom Selleck. Karen believed him. The messages grew frequent, personal, intimate. He learned her routines, her vulnerabilities, her grief. He gained her trust, and then he began asking for money. At first, it was $80 for an event ticket, then $800 for a table, then thousands, all through gift cards, a hallmark of organized scam networks. Friends say Karen lost at least $30,000. And she still believed she was helping a man she admired. Donald Whitaker saw what was happening. He knew it was a scam. He cut up her credit cards. He restricted her bank access. He begged her to stop. But she found ways around every barrier. Friends say Donald was embarrassed, overwhelmed, and heartbroken. The day before their deaths, Karen asked friends for money again, claiming Selleck's manager's wife had died and needed help. That, a friend said, was the last straw for Donald. Investigators emphasize there is no evidence the scammer directly caused the deaths, but the emotional and financial strain was undeniable. On May 15, 2026, concern began to ripple through the small Bermuda Dunes community when Karen Whitaker didn't show up for her regular Friday card game, something friends said simply never happened. After repeated calls went unanswered, a welfare check was requested. Deputies arrived at the Whitaker home just after noon. The house was locked, the blinds drawn, and there were no signs of movement inside. When they entered, they found both Karen, age 79, and her husband Donald, age 80, dead from traumatic injuries. Investigators found no evidence of forced entry, no signs of an outside intruder, and no indication that anyone else had been involved. Based on the scene, authorities classified the case as a suspected murder-suicide. The discovery stunned neighbors and friends who had watched the couple struggle under the emotional and financial strain of the scam that had consumed Karen for more than a year. While law enforcement made clear that the scammer was not physically present and did not directly commit the violence, the psychological toll of the manipulation and the escalating conflict it created inside the home formed the backdrop to this tragic ending. A year-long deception, a marriage pushed to its breaking point, and a crisis that unfolded quietly behind closed doors ended in a way no one imagined possible. Karen and Donald Whitaker's story is heartbreaking, but it is not rare. In fact, it reflects a pattern investigators and global watchdog groups have been warning about for years. Romance scams, celebrity impersonation schemes, and friendship grooming operations are now among the fastest growing forms of online fraud. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, Americans lost over $1.3 billion to romance scams in 2022, and the numbers continue to rise each year. But the financial loss is only one part of the damage. These scams are engineered to create emotional dependency, isolation, and psychological control, the same mechanisms used in cults and coercive relationships. And behind many of these scams lies something even darker. In 2023, the United Nations issued a warning about large-scale scam compounds in Southeast Asia, stating, "Tens of thousands of people are being trafficked into cyber scam operations, forced to work under threat of violence." These compounds operate like modern-day slavery camps. Victims, often lured by fake job ads, are held captive and forced to run romance scams, crypto scams, and celebrity impersonation schemes for criminal syndicates. A 2024 Reuters investigation described these scam centers as a multi-billion-dollar industry built on human trafficking, torture, and psychological coercion. So when we talk about romance scams, we're not just talking about someone losing money. We're talking about organized crime, human trafficking, forced labor, psychological manipulation, and global criminal networks. Karen's case is a tragic example of how these scams can infiltrate a person's life so deeply that it destabilizes their relationships, their finances, and their mental health. The Whitaker case forces us to confront a difficult truth. Scams don't just steal money, they steal reality. Victims often hide what's happening out of shame or fear of being judged. Families struggle to intervene because the manipulation is so powerful. And by the time the truth comes to light, the damage can be irreversible. The FBI has repeatedly warned that romance scammers use scripts designed to isolate victims from friends and family, creating a dependency that can escalate into financial ruin or emotional crisis. A 2023 report from the Global Anti-Scam Organization noted, victims often describe the experience as psychological captivity, even after the scam ends. This is why speaking out matters. Every time a story like Karen's is told, it breaks the stigma. It helps people recognize the signs earlier. It helps families intervene before the situation spirals. It exposes the criminal networks behind these schemes, and it shines a light on the human trafficking victims trapped inside scam compounds, forced to manipulate strangers for survival. Karen and Donald's story is devastating, but it is also a call to action because silence protects the scammers. Awareness protects the victims.